Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for August 30th, 31st, September 1st, and 2nd. That's Monday through Thursday. Now, I'm using my Radley Valentine decks. I will use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main message. I will use my Angel Tarot cards for just pull one, kind of see what else it can say. I will also pull from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, I've prayed, meditated, infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember that this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message no matter what. Remember, reversed cards have a little more meaning. When I speak about higher power, to you, that could be higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, the source, whoever that is to you, that's your personal journey. Okay? Okay. Now, I've also pulled out my guardian angel cards, and I do feel that we need to have a little bit of encouragement for this week. We do have Libra, or Mercury is transversing into Libra, and that will be on the 30th. Now, Mercury and Libra. Libra has a lot of justice energy. It has a lot of right and wrong energy. It has a lot of, the sword energy. And think about the sword. The sword cuts through the air. The sword is what, again, right through wrong type of thing. It will be, Mercury is about communications. Mercury is also about business, electronic issues also, or electronics, I should say. Mercury's going to be in Libra for a little over 2 months. So it's going to be an interesting time. So it'll be there from August 30th until November 5th. It also goes retrograde around the 27th, and I think it's the 27th. And then that's a whole different thing. And we'll talk about that as we get closer, because that will actually be in Libra season. So again, honesty and communications. Remember, yes, I know Saturn is in Aquarius, and that's illusion versus reality. So there could be some interesting things coming over. The communications, things being very brutally honest. I do feel that Mercury will probably not have a lot of tact. I think it's just going to be right there in your face. So now, I have shuffled, I have cut. We're going to pull just one card and see what we might have, just an overlying energy for this week. Here we go. Choose freedom. Now that's interesting with this. So this is a 15. Lots and lots of change energy here. Lots of change energy. 5 is about change, positive, negative. 5s also have grace. So there's a lot of things that maybe we don't, maybe we don't deserve it, but a lot of times the universe does give us grace through these times. So again, we have the 15. 1 is a new beginning. You can look at it as a 10 plus 5. 10 would be your transition. And like I said, 5 is change. Change, positive, negative, neutral. Okay, choose freedom. Sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked, but often that's just an illusion. Remember, illusion versus reality. You could free yourself from the obstacles that you are so focused on by choosing a different path. Turn your thoughts away from negativity and instead envision endless other possibilities you might act upon. Oh my goodness. I think that that's very powerful words. I think that we need to remember what that is. I think I also need to bring down my camera a little bit. Sorry about that. But again, choose freedom. And it does bring to mind, I've been trying to do some blogging on my website. And what I'll do is many times I'll find other articles and I will reference those. You'll actually see the links to the articles, and I'll do a couple of paragraphs on my thoughts. There was an article that I think was last week or the end of the week before, and it was called David and Goliath. If you have not read it, please read it, because it does explain a lot of things that are going on right now. Okay. Anyway, we need to make sure that we keep our thoughts positive, that we do not feed the dark energy with fear, and we just keep going forward with the light that we are. Okay? Okay. Let's start our readings now. Hello, my Leos. How are you? You doing good? Let's see now. Let's see what the energies are like around you for this coming up week, Monday through Thursday. Okay? Interesting times. Interesting times we live in. And you're going to need to, you're going to be taking a lead. You're going to take it, maybe it's going to be a leap, maybe it'll be the leap of faith, but I think that you're going to be taking the lead. You're going to be making some big decisions possibly this week also. So let's see what that's all about. 1, 2, and 3. Here we are. Okay. First card, the World, Archangel Michael. Now, Michael is the defender, the warrior angel. Michael is, major, major strength with Michael. All the archangels, I shouldn't say that, but very, very much the protector, very much the good against the bad type of energy. And Michael fights for the good. Now, sometimes Michael doesn't, Michael doesn't have the emotion that you might want out of, you're kind of like, well, I want you to be caring. No, Michael just says, is it right? Is it wrong? We're going to get rid of it if it's wrong type of energy. So you might be giving some things up. You might be feeling like, you're doing some spring cleaning or fall cleaning or whatever the cleaning is. I know in the southern hemisphere we're entering into spring, in the fall, in the northern it's more the fall. But I kind of feel like, with Michael's sword, the blazing sword, it's kind of like cutting through where it's going to be easy to see what is right, what is wrong, or I should say what is right, what is wrong here. Okay, but Michael also, we have a 21, so 2 has a, has a decision, crossroads. It's also joining together. 1 has a new beginning, a new start. You can add them together. It becomes a 3, which is a very powerful number in its own. The Trinity, the power of 3, also creativity. But the World is like things coming together, basically saying you've got what you needed to do, you're doing what you needed to do, there's rewards at the time, well, we'll read this. It's basically a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. I do feel like, though, as we come to this happy ending, that there's going to be a lot of clarity. And again, this probably because of Mercury with Libra, there's going to be a lot of clarity in what's right, and what's wrong. Okay, next card here. The 7 of Michael. Now, so we have a 217. 7 is a divine umbrella. 7 is a divine number. There's a lot of protection, divine protection with the number 7. Now, Michael is air energy. So that could be your Libra, your Aquarius. It could also be your Gemini energy. It's also making plans, hearing news, strategic type of thinking. Again, that goes back to your making plans. There is, again, I'm really seeing some clarity for you. It's kind of looking at your situation, maybe your life, maybe what you do, maybe your energies, and just kind of saying, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do. I just think that there's a lot of clarity that's going to be coming to you for this week. But with that clarity, then there's also some decisions to be made with this. Okay? Okay. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Okay, let's go on next card. Epiphany. So, now we have a 9, and we also have Archangel Raziel. 9, think of 9s as kind of like a completion, but it doesn't mean that things have ended. It just means I've got all the pieces of my puzzle. They're all laid out. All I need to do is just kind of put them into place. And now I have my puzzle is completed. Epiphany is also about light bulb. Epiphany is also about, oh, I finally see, I finally understand. So it kind of goes along with the whole message of this. So remember the numbers, 2179, because the angels talk through numbers. The divine talks through numbers. Epiphany is also about spiritual growth. Epiphany is a part of that ascension type. So my Leos, a lot of people have been going through this, but this week, for you, my Leos, could be a time of finding your place more so. Remember Uranus and Taurus, all that. But, we talk, and if you've been watching me, you know what I mean about that. Expect the unexpected. That's especially in the workplace for Leos. But it's finding your place. It's finding a purpose. It's also finding your destiny and finding your path. Okay, so this has a lot of stuff for you. Okay. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Now, that's always kind of a cue saying to you, Leos, time to get praying, time to get meditating. It's always something for you, time to get moving with this a little bit. Time to connect with that spiritual energy around you. It's like maybe you've been living a little bit more in the natural and not in that supernatural. Now remember, we do want to try to keep a balance. It's very hard to live in one place or the other. You need to have a balance because we are humans. We are people, and we need to live in the natural, but at the same time, we are also spiritual beings, so we need to make sure we keep that connection. All right. And I will tell you that I have been having, through all the readings, I haven't mentioned it to every reading though, there's been a lot of chakra energy going on, and there's a lot about your balance. Now, right here, my third eye, my third eye, which is the receiver, your intuition, that's kind of giving me a little bit of a headache right now. So you may want to do a little, clockwise type of motion to help to activate it. And I also say, watch the chemicals in what you drink. People don't know there's a lot of chemicals in our water that basically calcify that. So if we're drinking water, which is supposed to be helpful to us, and that's harmful to our third eye, what about the other things that we're drinking? So that's my, yeah. But again, I feel like we need to do a little clockwise massage type of thing on our third eye. And I'm a Leo too, so it's really very, very strong here. Now, let's go on. We'll cut for this last card. Seven of Earth. Now, we have the seven energies again. So that in itself is very telling. Again, divine protection, divine coverage. Now, we have Earth, which is our Virgo. It is also our Capricorn. It's also our Taurus. Solid energy, money energy, our job energy, our home energy. Okay? But this is also the efforts that we put into our natural. Now, remember, I'm saying we need to have that balance. We need to have the balance between, that supernatural and the natural. But the Seven of Earth says you have been well prepared. You have done what you needed to do. You are very well prepared. Now's the time for you to come to this place of acceptance and wait, because there's a lot of activation energy going on around us. And I do feel like for my Leos, you're going to have that, you're going to have that happening. Because again, this is I really kind of want to it wasn't hurting me with anybody else, but right now it's like things are being activated. Remember, the third eye is the receiving. Okay, that's where intuition comes through. Think of it as a funnel, so it comes right in. And we need to make sure that not only does it come in, but that it dissipates out also, because we don't want to carry all the energy around with us. Anyway, that goes down another path. Anyway, let's go here. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So with all this going on, it can create a little increase in all of the anxieties. We can be feeling a lot of the anxieties of the world around us. And basically with these two angels, with these numbers, and then with the Seven of Earth, it's like, don't worry through this. And I'm always saying this, well, if I haven't, then I'm saying it now. Fear feeds dark energy. So we need to not be afraid. We need to not make decisions based on fear, because that feeds dark energy. Okay? And we don't want that around us. Let's see what crystal or energy we have for my Leos that could be very helpful for this week. Emerald. Now, I don't have a real emerald. I have a glass emerald, but still, I like it. Green is very good for your heart chakra. It's good for healing also, emotions type of energy. Also, it's an Archangel Raphael color. Unconditional love, beauty, recovery, healing past lives. I like that a lot because there's a lot of things we have to let go of and, and not necessarily bring into this present life. So I like that a lot. You've got an interesting reading, my Leos. Let's see what all happens with that. Okay? Okay. Let me know. Please comment. Okay. And also, too, remember, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell, notifications. You help me stay on air, so I appreciate you so much, my Leos. Okay. No matter what the world throws at us this week, always know that you are loved, my Leos. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.